I don't want a statement necklace. That's much better. Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, or if you're new to my channel, hi, my name's Katie. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys the experiences of my first year of university, which is crazy to say I'm already done with. But first I want to mention, if you've been on my channel before, you know this is a different location. I'm actually at home now, and I'm filming in my bedroom, and I'm not quite sure on the lighting and stuff. It's currently about 8 o'clock, so the sun's setting, but I think this is decent so far. So first off, I want to say that I live in Canada, so things are a little different compared to other places in the world. Here, I'm going to compare this, I think, to more of the States, because I think that's where a lot of viewers come from, so yeah.
Canadian university is considered the same as American college, and what Canadians consider college is normally more like community college in the States. At least that's what I know. Canadian tuition is, I want to say on average, around $7,000 a year.
Canada has dorms similar to the States, well at least most schools do.
Canada does have Greek life, but it really is not as big, I would say, compared to the States. There are many less universities that offer it, and in a sense of like homecoming or stuff like that. Specifically, my university did have that because we don't have a football team, but I know other schools do. But once again, I don't think it's as crazy as the States. But
I think that covers the basis. And next I'm going to dive in about my program and my school in general. I attend Ryerson University, which is located in downtown Toronto. Ryerson has about 35,000 students, I'm pretty sure. First year there's about 7,000, which is insane. And residents living there is only 800-ish beds for 7,000 first years. So obviously many people do not live in residence. Most people commute to Ryerson. That's one downside of Ryerson, is that it is a commuter school. So the program I am in is called GCM. It stands for Graphic Communications Management. It is the only program of its sort in all of Canada, and I don't think it's very popular around the world. Pretty much what we do is specialize in printers and printing. So I like to tell people it's a mixture of graphic design, printing, and business. So that pretty much means when I'm talking about printing, I'm not talking about your average desktop printer. I am talking about like printers that could fill an entire warehouse. Like I am talking industrial standard printing. So we learn about like ink and paper and techniques and stupid stuff. I don't love the printing aspect of it. I really do wish it was more of a design-based program, and I'm really not a big fan of the business side either. But I know it is a program that can get me a good job in the end, and a job that I will enjoy. I get a Bachelor of Technology, and it is a 4-year program. Lord DIY, or Lauren, is in it, and it's really cool because since it is a small program, I was able to kind of see her around the building, and that was really, really interesting. Oh, I didn't talk about residence. So I lived in a building called the International Living and Learning Center. For short, we called it ILC. I did a dorm tour, which I will link down below, or you can click right here right now to go see it. That building originally was a hotel, and it was transformed into a residence for Ryerson. I really, really loved the building because it had a private bathroom and a private washroom, and I was really, really, really blessed to have made really good friends with my floor almost instantly. During Frosh, we all connected perfectly, and I am just so thankful that I was able to meet such amazing people. I am going to recap my entire year for you because I think it's kind of an interesting thing. First off, in September, so I moved into residence in August. It was the end of August. I was super terrified, super nervous. This was actually my first time moving ever because I have lived in this house my entire life. So it was really odd and really sad to say goodbye to my parents. We got there at like 8:30, waited in line for a bit, and then were escorted into like a parking place, moved all my stuff, and we got everything upstairs in under 10 minutes. And my parents kind of hung out for a bit, then we unpacked and went for lunch, and then came back, and I took a nap, and my parents went to a meeting, and when they came back we said our goodbyes and they left, which was terrifying because I was sitting in a room that wasn't my room, or it didn't feel like my room at that point. I didn't know anyone, and it was just kind of lonely at first. But then we had a meeting at 4 o'clock and we went for a barbecue and we kind of got to see everyone, and we all started kind of having the awkward icebreaker talking. And I actually ended up making friends pretty quickly. We had a lot of floor events and orientation events. Ryerson called it O Week, I think, Orientation Week. It's also known as Frosh Week here in Canada. But that was a lot of fun. If you have the opportunity to participate in stuff like that, I 10 out of 10 would recommend. And then a big part of September, which is one of my favorite memories, was going to TIFF, which is the Toronto International Film Festival. And that was so cool because I am a big celebrity junkie. So it was literally celeb stalking. I hit up probably like 7 or 8 red carpets, and I met stars like Robert Pattinson, Channing Tatum, Andrew Garfield, and then me and my friends also went to this event that Pepsi was holding called a Pepsi pop-up, and it was just kind of like a concert inside this inflatable Pepsi bottle. It was kind of weird. But I was able to meet Nick Cannon, who is the host of America's Got Talent, I'm pretty sure, and also the husband of Mariah Carey, which is really cool. So me and 6 of my other friends went to a Jays game, which was cool. I'm not really a big Blue Jays person, but like, it's a game I understand, and it's always fun to go check out live sports. I turned 18, and I think I filmed my first video in October but didn't post it for a while. That was a haul, and I also filmed my 18th birthday. I had midterms during October, which was kind of a shock in a sense, because I felt like I hadn't learned a lot, but I learned a lot. And just trying to figure out how university worked and wrapped your head around how midterms work was a lot to take in. And the puck drop for the NHL, or maybe just the Toronto Maple Leafs, was in October, and me and some of my friends headed over to Yonge and Dundas Square, where there was this massive event, and Tragically Hip performed a concert. Also during October, there is an event run in Toronto called Nuit Blanche, and it is an art show which runs from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. I also had my first reading week, which was awesome, and that's just like a fall break. And I went and visited some friends at another university, and I also went to Wonderland with my Cottage crew, which was really fun, and it was really nice to see them. In November, I went to a hotel with one of my mom's best friends. She was staying downtown in the Ritz-Carlton. She was working an event, and it was super cool because that is a hotel where all the famous sports teams stay. So I met some of the Philadelphia basketball team, and I also got to see some of the Maple Leafs, and we got to go to the Penthouse buffet, and it was just really cool. So in November, the big thing was I uploaded my very first video on November 14th. After I'd filmed it a month before, I finally was like, you know what, Katie, let's do this. And it was really rewarding, and I'm so thankful that I did it. I also went to Nathan Phillips Square for the tree lighting, and Kanye Official, is that his name? Official? Whatever, that rapper, he performed. Couldn't see a thing. We just kind of hung out in a huge crowd of people. There was people skating on the ice, and they lit the Christmas tree, which was super pretty, and they had an amazing fireworks show in between City Hall, because City Hall is kind of shaped in a circle, and they just shot fireworks straight up. And we also celebrated my friend Sam's 18th birthday, because it fell on her birthday. To December, I had my exams, and they didn't go too well, they didn't go bad, but it was definitely an eye-opener on how much more work I had to put in to do better. I had my Christmas break, and I got to see a lot of friends, but sadly about 5 days into Christmas break, my grandfather passed away. And he lived out in PEI, so me and my family, the day after he died, drove out to PEI, which is about a 19-hour drive, and it was really hard, but my grandpa had been sick with dementia, or Alzheimer's for years, so it was definitely his time. And it was nice to be able to spend Christmas with my family from Boston and then my Grammy who lives out there, because we only get to see them about once a year. So it was nice to be able to spend the holiday season with them, and for it being a sad reason to be there, we actually had a lot of fun and had a lot of laughs, which was really nice. And me and my mom were originally supposed to head to Florida, but since we made our trip out to PEI after the funeral and everything kind of settled, we decided that we wanted to still go to Florida. It was just kind of a hectic time and we wanted to kind of get our minds off things. So my dad stayed in PEI for a little longer, and me and my mom drove like 32 hours or something ridiculous to Florida. And we spent, I think, 5 to 7 days in Florida, and it was really nice because some of my Cottage neighbors were visiting family down there, so they came and hung out with us. And my aunt and my uncle and my little cousins were there, so we just spent some time at the pool and relaxed. January, the new semester started, and I really liked this semester. I felt like I liked all my classes pretty well first year. So I started apartment hunting with my friend Alora and Aaron, and we got an apartment later on. I'll explain when I get there. My friend Shannon stayed with me, and you saw her in my Whisper Challenge and my Day in My Life at Ripley's, and she's been in my weekly wrap-ups. And she's in high school, so she had some time off. I think that was, it was after her exams that she came and stayed with me. So that was really fun, and we got the chance to go explore the city together. In February, it was hell. I had projects like no tomorrow. I was taking 6 classes. One week I had 10 projects, then I had 4 midterms the next week, and then the week after that I had 8 projects. How does that work? I started making friends in my program, which was really nice, because before that I really didn't have many friends in my program. I kind of just had acquaintances, and I was starting to feel very lonely in my program. I know that sounds weird because I talk about having such good friends on my floor, and I did, and I still do, but I really just wasn't feeling, I just was feeling discouraged that everyone else in my program had made friends so quickly and I hadn't. But I'm really thankful that I did make some friends, and I'm hoping I will just continue to make more and more and more as the next 3 years continue. I had another reading week in February, which was really nice because I needed a break, and I also had a job at my aunt's office for a couple days, so she had me come in and do some scanning and sorting files and stuff, and I made some money, which was desperately needed because my bank account was looking rough. So in March, on my mom's March break, because she's a teacher, we went to go visit our family who live in more northern Ontario. It's about an 8-hour drive or so, and I have some cousins out there, and they have some adorable little babies who melt my heart. On March 15th, I signed my lease with Aaron and Alora for our apartment, which we have keys to now and is super, super, super exciting. So in March, I went on a photo adventure with my friend Melinda. She was my weekly wrap-up when I went to the Toronto Islands. She was the one who was taking photos of me with my friend Lisa, and she was the one who provided that smoke bomb, which was super duper cool. Also, the very end of March, my Cottage neighbors Lizzie and Laura, who I talked about from Florida, and I went to the Luke Bryan concert with Lizzie. They came to Toronto and we met at the St. Lawrence Market and hung out, and it was so nice to see them because they are like my sisters to me. So into April. April was stressful because I was trying to find a job. I applied to over 25 places, and I ended up accepting the job offer at a local library doing children's programming, which is super duper fun. Also, April was really exciting because I met one of my idols. I met Cody Simpson, which in my head I don't understand how I met him. I did a whole video about like getting ready with me to go to that concert. Me and my friend Alora waited outside for an hour and a half after the show. She was freezing because she was dumb and didn't bring a coat. But yeah, we met Cody and that was super, super cool. And I don't know, it's just cool when you have been a fan of someone for so long and you get the chance to actually like take a selfie and speak to them. And then also in April I had my last set of exams, which was like surreal. I don't know how my first year is already over. It went by so quickly, and it's so weird to know that every year is going to go just as fast. My exams went pretty well, my grades turned out well this semester, and I was so thankful to head home. It was a bit of a stress to move home because it was a lot of packing, and I've been home for like a month and my room is still a mess because I haven't unpacked fully, but I'm working on it. That is pretty much a summary of my entire first year of university, and I hope I answered some basic questions. I know this isn't really a normal video, but I love to be able to keep track of my memories, and I thought this was the easiest way to do it. But anyway, I would like to say a big thank you to you guys for sticking through this, and as I said, if you're new to my channel, my name's Katie. I would love it if you could subscribe. It really helps me out and encourages me to keep growing my channel and keep working on it, because it has been very difficult recently trying to work and do it, because when I come home from work I'm tired. But I'm trying, I promise. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Please give this video a like too. Let's get this to 10 likes. Let's say 10 because I really don't know how many views this video is even gonna get. Anyway, I love you guys and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Also in Easter,